No. No. Bad. You stop it right now.
Ooh.
You stop it right now. Go home. Go home. Go home.
What?
Go home. You take those troops and you go home. You piece of shit. Stop beating me there every time. Go home. Go home right now. Stop always going there before me. Go home. Why do you even need the synth plants? Go home.
Oh.
Go home.
Why?
Because
Why
I
do
said
get-
so. That's why you fucking befriended France, you asshole. That's why. Go
Right.
home. I hate
So
you.
what's up?
He befriended France to go into French West Africa to invade Liberia.
Oof.
You fucking asshole.
Hey, Res.
No, no.
Bye.
Oh, I fucking hate you. Oh, I fucking hate you. Condemn. Condemn. I condemn this war, sir.
I was constantly watching that your colony. When does he come? When does he come?
I wasn't gonna do it yet. I want that was on the list, but that was one of the less important things on my list. But you always fucking go there when it's the next thing that I'm doing.
This is second time. Isn't that real bad?
It's fucking twice in a row.
Go to Haiti.
Take your support away from me.
Why?
Take your support away from me. I'm taking mine away from you.
Only because of Liberia?
Oh, because of Liberia.
Come on, I need my rubber.
Yeah, fine. You get your rubber, but you don't get my money.
Alright.
Also, why are you concerned and at 50% treaty integrity?
I had full justification.
I didn't notice that. That's pretty low.
Yeah, he's down that
You are
far.
whispering.
Yeah, I was not whispering. This asshole, Travis. This asshole.
To be fair, I knew it was going to be about rubber as soon as everyone started yelling.
I can't wait to watch this back.
It's just me fucking screaming.
Yeah.
This is the culmination of like a year's worth of playthroughs about learning about rubber and the slow addiction everybody gets to invading rubber locations throughout the PvPs, especially through the Cold War, and how much shenanigans we have about rubber. And now just right here, to quote you from the Cold War PvP when you invaded Liberia. You asked, Res, do you still like playing with me? Are you just a broken record? Are you just quoting yourself now?
No, I'm just saying you still like me. I don't ask, I tell you, you still like me.
Fucking Neanderthal.
Roosevelt lover.
Huh? Only Teddy.
Daddy.
Nothing wrong with a good teddy bear.
But, so, Russia invading Germany, I didn't really mention this, I guess. The way I got him to agree to that, and my condition was he was not allowed to invade or go for anything over here, because I wanted to protect my rubber.
That he didn't get that when I befriended France.
And I wanted to keep him out of Sion. I really didn't think he'd go for Liberia. Dude, I thought you were befriending France because you wanted to use them as like a jump point to invade me. I'm thinking PvP. Why? My brain's not on Liberia. These guys are gonna drive me insane.
Are you watching it fall?
I don't have line of sight, but yeah, I see it's about to fall. Travis, how the hell are our relations? Our relations are still hostile. How the hell is that?
No idea. I know I'm kind of having the same issue with Narfi as well.
Also, do you like my ships? Look at them. They're like all just in the Mediterranean now.
Yeah, it's almost like you almost border me now. A little
How many
bit close
ships
for
is
comfort
that?
there.
That's a lot of my ships. A lot of my ships. A third of my navy's over there. Well, you know, I consider him the bigger threat. It's just because I took Spain. So.
As long as you stay out of my other business, I don't care.
Let's go ahead and get rid of this sea pier. Let's go ahead and get rid of this airfield. Let's go ahead and put a seaport and an air base up here to make a nice little base out of this region. We also probably got a bunch more stuff that I'd want to get rid of. Mill mid, yep, we don't want that. End mid, yep, we don't want that. Cons mid, yeah, we don't want that. Coal small, yeah, we don't want that. More petrol, more hydro small. We actually got some finished hydro now, that's nice. That's cool, I guess. Shrug, not that important. Our oil is once again not great. We've taken over so much, we're gonna have to build up a lot of the shit we've taken over now because we don't have a lot of resources anymore. Because we've taken over so much population, now we need help keeping up with the resources. So we're going to need a lot more oil, we're going to need more timber. We need a whole bunch of shit. Space-wise, it's not too easy over here. I'm just going to go around, find more spots where oil and coal and metal ore don't really get involved with the timber in the area. For me to place more timber mills. There's a whole big area in Scotland that could support a fuck ton of timber mills. There's not a whole lot of other resources up there. There's some, but not a lot. Luckily, I've taken over so much oil over here, although we're probably still getting some from our colonies. We do have a lot to exploit over here, though I don't want to build up too much over here because it is a little exposed. And right now, with our current garrisons and everything out, we don't have a lot of reservists right now unless I start taking down some garrisons. Xinjiang and China signed a ceasefire. Okay, that's cool, that's cool. Well, it looks like the Soviet Union's caught up in tech a little bit. In fact, in some areas, he's even a little ahead of me. China and Japan are still fighting. The bridge leading to Nanjing's out. He's still making more air bases all over the place. He really cares about improving his supply. God damn, now he's building all that rubber. That motherfucker. Smart. Very smart of him. I guess I should have gone for it faster, but I needed to get my more important targets, and well, I did. I did exactly what I wanted to do. Liberia is off the table for me, but there's no way that he could ever hold that against me. He knows this. That's very vulnerable. I could always go for Haiti. I have 84% against them. I don't really know who to go for next. I just accomplished all the goals I had set out. Well, there was Siam I wanted for obvious reasons. Number one, they have military production, which would allow me to keep military production in that region, while also kind of connecting myself up here. Oh, Burma became free. I did not realize that Burma gets released by India via some kind of event. Okay, well, I'll definitely want to take them over. Good thing I didn't build any of the production over here. They would be easy to take back over. Okay, so Siam is building a research center. They're building two, actually, and one's almost done. That adds some more value to taking them over. It would connect me with French Indochina. It would give me a stronghold with which to defend Malay a little bit. I would need to retake Burma now if I wanted to connect it to India, unfortunately. But it's still a thing that could work. Oh, they're building both naval productions now. Of course they are. Well, they'll be 4, 2, and 1. They're getting a military going, at least, which is nice. And it looks like I built my Mark II Bren carrier to replace the Mark I. That's nice. We've gotten an upgrade. Good, we'll need it. And we'll need even more upgrades. We're getting the cruiser. We're getting 2 tanks right now, actually. We're getting one that's a little bit older and one that's a little bit newer. Because I had both set to research, but they were locked off because of techs. So I guess I don't really need both of these anymore. But they are, like, about to finish. I'll just get rid of the cruiser. We don't need the cruiser anymore if we can already research the Matilda, so we'll get rid of that cruiser then. Go ahead and build some more indie goods. We always need some more indie goods. Got 11 of them building right now. We'll always need more. Uh-oh. That smells like a war. That is a war against Switzerland. Okay, yeah, it's a smart one for him. That's a real fucking smart one for him. Hopefully, when the time comes to go to war with France, Germany doesn't use that to get around the Maginot, but they very well might. Hopefully they don't, but they very well might. Let's build some more timber around here. Generally, I guess everywhere where you can only build like a couple is fine to build on, regardless of what other resources there. It's not going to take up the entire hex anyway, and we really could use more timber. Like, it's been a problem that I've just kind of been avoiding this whole time. So let's go a little fucking crazy with it. If it's a small providing slot in England, especially this part of England, just make it. There's an oil coal synth here. That must have been there at the start of the game. Let's get rid of that shit. And that should solve that problem. Our agriculture is still kind of even. We've been taking over so much population, we could really kind of use more, it seems. God, it's so hard to squeeze all this shit into England. These could go down on a lot of these partial spots too, so let's go ahead and do the same here with agriculture. Any of these partial... Oh, that's a little bit more than a partial spot, seems like. Only the spots where I can put like 2. I'll aim to get some more agriculture down, because we could use it. I don't want to have agriculture on cities, though, for reasons. So I'm trying to get them off of cities and generally put them anywhere where we already have things like timber building anyway. Should be making enough more new ones to be good, though. This is really pushing the indie goods production in the world. This is really pushing it. Let's find some more Middle Eastern spots to build up some oil, why don't we?
It's always the same with Japan. On the mainland they keep an entire force. And in China they have nothing anymore.
There you go, that's a good amount more oil. I think that'll be more than sufficient. Let's go look at our friends. India could really use more metal ore. In fact, it almost seems like there's a shortage. There shouldn't be, but it almost seems like there is. Looks like Switzerland was defeated. Oops. Oof, I guess. Haven't really been making them any metal ore. Let's see about maybe doing that. Let's just make this whole little spot of metal ore for them. That should be good. They could still use more coal by the looks of it. I didn't make them nearly enough, apparently. So let's not hold back, you know? Let's go ahead and really make them some more. That's still probably holding back. But I'm trying to build within the realm of the indie goods they have, and I'm already kind of going past that. They're drawing from the world market, and the world market is out of indie goods because I'm buying indie goods, and they're pretty much gone. Can you feel the indie goods shortage in the world, boys?
Yep.
Yeah, not with all of us building. There are some things we can do, but it's not going to be enough in the end. The oil in Nigeria is pretty much good. The coal's good. They could maybe use a little more oil, but otherwise they're doing pretty good down here in Nigeria. Let's go ahead and make them a teensy bit more oil in that case and send them a little money their way, since they're buying all these indie goods off the market anyway. They're doing decently as a colony. Sudan, not as much. I'm amazed how well Malaysia's doing, honestly. I don't know how they're doing this well, because usually they don't do well at all. Do they have oil or coal I can make them? I don't think they really have much. They have oil, not really coal, but I can have them make some oil so they can support themselves a little bit better, since they don't have very much of it anyway. My only concern is how much of this overlaps with rubber. Probably a fair amount of it, but not all of it. Like, whoa. The Anschluss! The Anschluss! Oh!
I was scared of someone declared war on me.
Yeah, same. I was like, wait, what?
The Anschluss has occurred. I'm getting some amount of...
So, is Germany swallowing Czechoslovakia scripted or no?
Yes, it's scripted. They won't have to fight them at all.
Okay, cool.
No, it's not cool.
Not cool. Yeah, I was going to say, to quote Narfi, no, not cool. What was that about in the other playthrough where that happened and like something happened and I was like, oh cool, and you're like, no, not cool.
I don't know anymore.
It was in the Cold War. I just don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Seems like consumer goods are having a little bit of a problem too.
Yeah, if indie goods has a problem, then consumer and military goods has a problem.
Well, that's great.
Hitler promotes himself.
Just gotta keep trying to buy it on the world market as much as we can, but that's not gonna be real easy. Oh my god, the price of military goods has gone up so much.
You can probably thank me for that one. Well, and Japan.
Bad news, Travis, is you're out of mill goods.
Yep.
And USSR has the most of anybody in the whole world.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. The indie good issue kind of just really hurt us all.
Well, I'll give you a tip for your own country. One way to get more indie goods, like spawn more essentially, is decon things you don't really need. Especially good are things that take a lot of indie goods to make. For example, hydro plants. Or even coal power plants, but hydro plants take a lot of indie goods, and you can get a lot back.
Okay, good, because I actually have like a lot of them, and I'm pretty good on power.
Yeah, if you decon hydro plants, you'll get a lot back for building.
Oh, and another question for you: if I turn off land production, does that slow down my my consumption of military goods?
Yes, you use military goods to build every unit you make.
Gotcha.
Oh, you built a lot of production, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would consume quite a lot. You need to more tier it to keep up with that thing. Looks like he's trying to keep up with you with how much he has, though.
Well, I've gotten my army back to the early game, or like, how it was when I first started, so I'm happy with that.
Well, I'd recommend not expanding the production much further. Definitely focus on supplying it. But, you need indie goods to make mill goods, so it's like, you gotta be real careful about what you're building, when you're building, how you're building.
I have so many indie goods now, it's not even funny.
He's definitely better off than all of us when it comes to indie and mill goods.
Yeah, he's definitely the strongest right now. At least when the industry-wise. Is there always a big stalemate in China, or is this just not common?
I'll give you 3 guesses why there's a stalemate in China.
Well, for one, you two are probably supporting them.
Try again.
AI big dumb.
Try again.
Japan big dumb.
Oh boy. Germany. Fucking Germany keeps flying over my territory, and France's. They're trying to fucking start something.
For some reason, the Belgians keep shooting my stuff.
Are the Belgians going over your territory?
No, it's like I got a pop up earlier saying that the Belgians are shooting my ships, and I don't know why. Which is not happening anymore, but I guess they were over here fiddling around.
Did you turn off your unit pathing to go through neutral waters?
Yes.
Maybe they're, I don't know. That's the only way they could, is if you were in their waters somehow. Or in the waters of someone that they befriended. I might get rid of the hydro I have. To get indie goods to keep going at this point. It's kind of recovering a little bit. I have enough now with what's being made to make what I need to make, but what I need more than anything right now is a fuck ton of indie goods and the resources to make them. But I was making a whole bunch of things. Agriculture, which I think is mostly finishing. Timber, which should be finishing mostly as well. Well, actually, they're like halfway to finishing a lot of them, but they will be finishing up over the next month, roughly, if we keep at the current pace. I also am building a whole bunch of oil all at once. I'm building a lot of things. Everyone's building a lot of things, so it doesn't help, especially in my own little internal way. The Soviets just have, they have a good amount of production. I actually have more production than they do, but I feel like I'm doing worse overall with the production. Yeah, he's built more military good production than I have.
Bulgaria also joined the Axis? I can't remember.
Yes.
I don't guess the Chinese start out with T-26s, do they?
Oh? Figuring it out?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not gonna say anything, but I'll just say those are some good observational skills.
At some point, I'll figure out what you guys are doing. I smell something fishy.
Travis, I will say one thing. You have not had a chance to observe any British units in any Axis conflicts.
Okay.
But, as we can see, you can observe those T-26s. Who makes T-26s?
The damn Russians.
Do they? Huh. Well, I didn't tell you that.
You didn't.
No, I didn't. Because I'm not allowed to tell you that. You asked about the T-26s.
Exactly.
Exactly. He's gonna message me when he watches this. He always does. But I didn't tell you. The whole time I waited until you saw the T-26s.
Yeah, I figured it out for myself.
I gotta get rid of these extra security bureaus we've picked up. We picked up quite a bit. They're not worth a lot of indie goods, but they're not worth a lot to me in general, so we can get rid of all these extras. So we might as well get rid of all these extras. Get rid of any C peers we don't want or need as well, I guess. C peers aren't that important, especially when they're right next to each other or next to C ports. We could rather use the indie goods on other things, which the situation is getting a little bit better by a little bit better. We are actually making enough military goods again. We're still making enough consumer goods despite our population more than doubling since the start of we started at like 50 mil. It's a lot higher now. I'm trying to get everything under control before I go to any more wars or anything like that. And we're still not back to delighted anyway. We're in 38, so we're getting closer to 39. In terms of our recording day, we're not going to get to 39 today. We'll probably get to it tomorrow, I imagine. We're going to record this some more. And I can tell you shit's going to go crazy. So, Travis, when you say your military is back up to the way at the start, do you mean that it's back up to 150 land units that you start with? Because I know how many you start with.
Oh. Oops, accidentally. That means doing actually a little bit better than what I started off with.
Ooh, Luxembourg's not happy with me all of a sudden. What the fuck did I do? Maybe it has something to do with all these territorial incursions or something. I don't know. The Soviet Union is really starting to get ahead of me in techs, but he has way more research centers than a lot of us do. Oh, hello, another tech just popped up I could buy. He's probably buying everything he can from the US, and he's getting ahead in tech because he has the most research centers. Even if I have 8, he's getting ahead in a lot of ways. He's ahead in tank tech, for example. Yeah, I need to get that going at some point. Actually, I think I am already researching that right now. I am. I really need the armor designs level 3 as well. That's going to be important. Travis, looks like he's getting ahead of us in tech.
That ain't good.
That's not good. He's doing well on indie goods, he's doing well on mill goods, and he's getting ahead in tech. And he still probably has enough to be throwing around what he's throwing around, alright.
You still technically have better tech than I do.
Have you been buying from good old America?
I keep getting, maybe, maybe not.
There's 2 big military bars on this map.
Yeah, damn France.
No. Okay, there's 3 big military bars on this map. I didn't see that one. I'm surprised theirs is still that big. It's usually a lot smaller by now. They've been researching their own tanks and designs and stuff. That's good. They don't really need my help anymore. Ooh, but guess who can get some more stuff from me? It starts with an I, ends with a dia. Hitler, can you stop flying over my territory?
I have no idea what they're doing. They're just hurting us. I mean, their plane's getting shot down pretty much instantly.
I have been supporting
I
them
think the answer is no.
financially this whole time to try to make sure they don't declare war on me, because they're generating war justification by doing this repeatedly.
So are you supporting their government to avoid that?
I'm supporting Germany's government.
Well, as per our agreement, I won't join in the war against France, if it happens.
Oh, it will.
Hopefully it gives us a little bit of time.
It will happen because France will attack a few days after Germany invades Poland. Do you think the Russians will take Poland?
I think the opposite.
Oh?
It looks like, the Soviets and the Polish are kind of friendly.
Oh. Interesting. What do you think he's gonna
They're
do?
also, I don't know, but I don't like it. He's also getting cushy with the Swiss, or not the Swiss, the Swedish.
Yeah, he does some funny diplomatic
I think
stuff.
in this scenario it's best to play the US actually, in terms of industry goods and military goods.
Well, they sell them to the world. They can use them just as fast, though.
I mean, like production and everything.
Yeah, but they can use theirs just as quick. I can build a little more indie goods than this. I can afford a little bit more.
I'm still on power growth 1. I hate my life.
Oil's getting a little bit more under control, but we're very reliant on the Middle East for it, however. That's the downside. 83% towards Haiti. It's like they're begging me to invade them. It's like they're begging me to invade them. And I'd love to, but I have other things I have to do right now. After doing so many wars in a row, I have so much resource management I have to do, and building up resources is hard with the indie goods situation. It's really, really difficult.
So you can still invade their sea peers, right?
Yes. I wonder what that means.
I mean, you already know we talked about this. Just looking over at
Oh, the DEI.
stuff. Yeah.
That relies, remember, first on Germany taking the Netherlands.
Can't I just attack the Netherlands?
Oh yeah, you can. That is true. I thought, well, your idea involved Germany attacking the Netherlands. But yeah, you can just attack the Netherlands.
I mean, as long as I get the DEI, I mean, I'll hold to our deal.
I'm gonna say fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and start deconning some of the hydro, because I'm gonna get improved power grid anyway. I need the indie goods more than I need any hydro right now. I'll just start with 5, but I'll probably end up getting rid of all of them. We pretty much rely on coal. That's fine, because we have more than enough coal. It's not a problem. We got rid of some hydro, and we have a little bit of goods to work with. That's fucking nothing. Just scrap the rest of the hydro. It's not even in my country anyway, so it's not that efficient. I need the indie goods. With the indie goods, I can make more indie goods, not to mention everything else that I fucking need. The price of it just keeps going up and up, too. It's retarded. We can send India even more tech, which is nice. And in fact, they researched a tech that I don't even have. Nuclear fission. It's something that I'm gonna research, or was going to research, but now I can get it from them. Yeah, by catching them up to me, they can now... Yeah, because they have research, too. If I catch them up to me, they can help me with research, and it looks like they are really catching up. They are really catching up. Now they need to catch up in war techs as well, so I can send them better. Ooh, like that, I can send them the Panzer 35T, which I've already moved on from. But they haven't. They got through something they really needed to get through in order to get the rest of this crap. That's good. That's good. Oh, we can send even more. Oh, nice, nice. I'm very happy. India's building up just like I wanted them to. They can get the tank that's going to really help them. Although they have a goods problem just like we do. They have a little bit of a reserve here of mill goods. I don't know if they might have just taken that from me or what, but it sure doesn't look like they did. But they might have at some point. Either way, I don't care. I intentionally want to share my goods with them. I want to get us both in a situation where we're doing pretty okay on that. The production down here on all this crap is still going. Like, it's barely even started, due to the situation with their indie goods. Like, they have none. Their situation's even worse than mine, so they've just been buying stuff. There's almost nothing to buy off the market, so they're not really getting anything, and everything they are getting is going probably into military production. It's fine by me, because they're getting a nice little army going. Let's get Malaysia making a little bit more rubber down south. They're gonna need help making this in terms of money and goods, so I'm just gonna go send them $1.5 billion, and that should last them for a very long time, because nobody can build anything right now anyway. If I invaded Burma first, there would be little to no military resistance, which would be nice. I really didn't want this for myself. I really would have rathered that India got it, but I don't think India can really take it all by themselves anyway, so I probably have to go lead the charge and then retake it and then go into Siam. Ideally, I would go into Siam first. I could do that through Malaysia. I think I need to go around just handing out some designs maybe to some of my allies. I don't know. Some of them feel like they could use maybe a little bit of help, but I don't really know that some of them actually need anything. I'm gonna start throwing techs over at Nigeria, because Nigeria might be a good next person to have making some military production, although I don't really know how that's gonna go with the current goods situation, of course. It is September 1938. We have about a year until Germany invades Poland, and once Germany invades Poland with all the plans that are set up, shit's gonna go crazy. He's already put the units that are going to die on the front. I really hope my plan works out. I hope these two just grind against each other. I hope France lives, because I need France alive. A strong France is a strong me, after all, and the sooner Germany's out of the picture, quite frankly, the better. Ultimately, the better. Travis now has like the highest treaty integrity and everything out of all of us, which is funny. I don't plan on necessarily going into the Balkans, but I could get some friendship treaties maybe. Yeah, transit and all that. Free trade is the thing I'm probably most interested in. Albania as well. Greece fucking hates my guts, and I don't know why. I thought I was supporting them at one point, but that might have been before the desync at the beginning.